Hello guys, welcome to the video. So this one is something a bit different. I'm going to be driving the new Mclaren MP4 from the eBay Motors pack in Forza Motorsport 6. So this pack came out very recently, so I'm going to give this car a go. You have to give this car a go. That car really stands out from the 7 cars in the pack, and as you can see on the screen, I am using the Thrustmaster F1 wheel that I've got with the shifter. So I've put it into sequential mode and we're going to give this car a blast. So let's go off the line into turn 1 around Silverstone. Car's got so much grip. As we come into turn 3, the brakes are actually just incredible. They're actually too quick, if anything. It's actually ridiculously quick how quick this thing brakes going through. And actually it doesn't respond to the curves very well, but that is to be expected because of how low it is. Such a low car and such a beautiful looking car. One of the best looking F1 cars of all time, and that's for sure. So I've decided to go with the F1 wheel, of course, because we're in an F1 car, and I've gone with the shifter in sequential mode because that is what they have in the car. No flappy paddles on this car from the 80s. Technology not quite up to the same levels as it is these days. Coming through the Maggots Beckett section, really twitchy this car, really quick on the steering. It is an X999 rated car, so it's pretty much one of the fastest cars you can get in the game. I'd imagine the Lotus E23 is a bit quicker, but I'm not 100% sure. You would have thought that the newer car would be quicker. But anyway, coming back into the club section, around the final section of the Silverstone circuit, the reprofiled corner. So Ayrton Senna wouldn't have seen this corner, not like this anyway. A bit different nowadays compared to when he was racing around here. So crossing the line onto lap 2. The thing that I noticed about this car, it has a really good turn in, but it is really twitchy. So you got to be really careful on the turn in. I have got traction control on and I do have APS on. That might sound really embarrassing, but I don't use the wheel very often, so I'm not all that great on it, and it is a powerful car, so normally you do need traction control for the fastest cars in Forza. It does make sense to do that, so that's what I have done, because otherwise you just see me spinning about every 2 seconds. Otherwise it's bad enough with it on near enough. You can see that I'm actually struggling through some of these corners, so I'm going to turn in and the car just goes totally wide. Did not respond to that at all. I thought I could go flat through there, but it seems like you can't. Or maybe you can, but I'm just not good enough on the wheel. I don't really use it enough, as I said. I need to practice more on it really. But for Forza it doesn't seem like the ideal method to be quick. Oh my god, I've lost it again. So you can see there just how twitchy this car is. It really does have amazing turn in, and you really have to be so smooth on the throttle, otherwise it will just go around on you. But as I was saying about the steering wheel, it is really tough to be quick on the steering wheel in this game. I find in other games like Project Cars it's more balanced. Probably the steering wheel is quicker, I would say, in Project Cars, if anything. Although I haven't used the controller very much in that game, mainly because I was really bad at it. But the steering wheel in this game, I tried it out in the demo, I tried it out a little bit in the full game, but I'm not too keen on it. It's good for a nice blast every now and then, but on the whole it's not very competitive. I wouldn't use it online either, otherwise I'd just get beaten by miles. So let's see how we're doing. I've only managed a couple of very dirty laps, and again, going over the curbs is probably not the best video to watch, although that was a very nice 360 entry into the 3rd corner in an F1 car. Not something you see every day, that's for sure. I love the very basic nature of the steering wheel there. Look, there's only 2 buttons compared to these days, but you can see on the wheel there, that's a 2013 Formula 1 wheel from Ferrari, is what that is based off of. You see just how many dials and switches there are on it. And I've gone round again nearly, just about kept it that time. And as we get away onto the old main straight, on the older version of Silverstone, oh, it's hitting the wall. You see just how sensitive this car is, and it's normally why I don't really venture beyond S-Class. And look at that, just straight into the wall again. I'm really not very good at this, am I? So for those of you who are new to this channel, who haven't watched me before, you're probably saying, oh, you're really bad at this game. I can assure you I'm not bad at this game. I'm just really bad at using the wheel and using this kind of car. Anything less than S-Class I'm pretty damn decent, but P and X class really not for me. I'm not all that great around these tracks in these faster cars. I tend to go with slower cars. But anyway, a review of this car. It's really good to see a car like this. Who doesn't want to see the legendary Mclaren MP4, one of the most dominant F1 cars of all time? And of course we all know it because it was driven by the best racing driver of all time, Ayrton Senna. So it's really good to see it. Although we're going to go into the pit lane here, box this lap, because I'm going to change it over to the controller, see how well I do on the controller instead of the wheel. So we're going to plug out the wheel here and give the controller a go in this car. So let's see how we do with the controller. Coming out of the new pit lane, let's see how we do with the controller. The only downside is that I am using simulation steering, which really isn't very good for the controller. I'm getting a bit of a slide on through there, and again, even with traction control, the car wants to slide out on the exit of the corner. Look at that, twitching like hell. I tried to go left, had to correct a little bit of oversteer and just go flying off to the right. And I'm going to go back to my point there, that I'm really not all that great in anything quicker than an R-Class car, really. Just far too twitchy for me. I prefer just to race a bit slower in a more civilised class, shall we say. So let's see how we can do around Copse Corner. I reckon it can be taken flat out by some of the better guys in these cars, but that was not too bad. That was a bit better. Not flat out by any means, but not too bad, not too shabby. Coming through the Max Becker section, and I've lost it again. Okay, that's going to be enough, I think, of this car. We're going to give it a rest. That was a nice experience, you know. It's good to see a car like this in the game. I always want to see more race cars in the game, you know, because it's meant to be a motorsport game. And when you see limos, I know the limo was a good laugh, but it is a bit stupid, really. For I don't know if it's a serious game anymore. You could easily say it's not really that serious. It's more for a casual gamer these days. But it's good to see a serious race car in the game. Although I must say I probably won't ever use it again, because there aren't any other 1988 F1 cars in the game, so there's nothing to race it against, unless you want to race it against the modern F1 car or Indy cars, but it just doesn't make for an exciting race when you do that. But anyway, that's going to wrap up this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. Hit that like button if you did, so subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.